be challenging for some people to ask for help, even when it's just what is needed. And this is exactly why we should learn to listen, even when a person isn't talking.
Every suicide is preventable. And the only way we're going to be able to prevent these deaths by suicide if we know the warning signs and know how to respond.
If you find that someone is saying that they want to kill themselves, whether it is a joke, because some persons say, I was only joking, or whether they are serious, they need to be taken seriously. And one needs to find out what is happening with them.
Of course, someone feeling sad and even lashing out is not necessarily a sign that they will harm themselves. But if you want to take a closer look, these counselors recommend using what they call the PIN scale. Assessing someone using this method means you need to identify if there is a plan and also investigate the means of executing that plan.
The more detailed the plans that a person has to kill himself or herself, the more likely the person will. The person knows the place, knows the time, and knows the method is much more at risk than the person who just say, I feel like I want to kill myself.
Then there's the intensity.
The more drastic the method, the more likely the person will complete suicide. In Jamaica, hanging, using the gun, those are the top ways in which people kill themselves. So ask the question, have you had thoughts of hurting yourself? And if you were to do it, how would you do it? And the idea is to be able to separate the person from the means of death.
With this in mind, we are able to identify the nearness, as in how near the person is to doing the act. This is usually preceded by some signs.
I often say to people, use your eyes, use your ears, and use your nose. What are you seeing? Are you seeing deterioration in the way they carry themselves? Are we seeing deterioration in their energy level? What are we seeing? Then use your ear. What are you hearing them saying? I can't take it any longer. I am a bother. I feel like I want to kill myself. And sometimes the deterioration gets to the point where there is body odor. Use your nose. Is there something going on there where your self-care is so low?
If we find that somebody is very depressed and all of a sudden, without any kind of intervention, they're just very happy and bubbly and everything is working well, it could be, as many times it is, that they have now decided that they are going to complete suicide. So they are no longer in the valley of indecision and feeling agitated. Now they are calm because they have made up their minds to complete the act. And so that is why you see that switch. So don't be fooled by it. Talk with them.
Sometimes they are so depressed that what they need is to be stabilized by the use of medication. So get them stabilized and use talk therapy.
Some who have contemplated suicide have shared that during such a time, they often felt deserted, which brings us to the support factor.
Persons who are suicidal need a lot of support because it suggests that they are not coping with different aspects of their lives. And sometimes they believe, one, nobody cares. And that is why it is important to show them that we care by listening to them, by reaching out to them.
But also realize that many of us are limited in our own ability to be able to help people who are suicidal. So get help. In Jamaica, there is the Suicide Mental Health Helpline, 888-639-5433. Call the helpline. Get to a counseling agency, Choose Life International, or a flagship with counselors across the nation willing to help, 920-7924.
Get them the help they need and show them that they are loved and that they are wanted.
When somebody has expressed doom and gloom and frustrations in life, it is not a time to condemn them, to tell them how they're worthless and they're good for nothing and they're not going to come out in anything and how they're ungrateful, but love them and care for them and be very deliberate. You don't know the story of the person that you're meeting on the street. You don't know the story of the person you meet at church or at work. You don't know what they went through last night. So be gentle with your words. Be willing to speak life over them. Be positive with them.